Hello and welcome to another episode of Thoughts on Education, an initiative by College Dunia where we interview esteemed dignitaries of notable institutes from all across India to talk to us about their experiences and expertise in the education domain. Today we have with us Dr. Girish Patnaik to share his thoughts. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to begin the session by enlightening our audience with a brief introduction of yours. Dr. Girish Patnaik is the Director of Academics and Head of Department of Computer Engineering at the SSBT's College of Engineering and Technology in Jalgaon. As of today, he has more than 31 years of teaching experience and has been awarded a PhD in Computer Science and Engineering. He has authored and presented research papers in various international and national conferences and research journals. We're really happy to have you today with us, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be with you and all the viewers as well.
Thank you, sir. Beginning with the interview, my first question for the day is, you have held key positions at education institutes throughout your professional career. What keeps you connected with the education sector? And how has your experience been so far with the institute?
Well, frankly speaking, my passion is to learn and help people and the society. As you know, when we talk about people and society, the students, they play a very key role, not only in the progress of the society, but also in the progress of the country. Now, these students, since I'm very much keen on lifelong learning and helping, these students, they really give a plenty of opportunity to learn from them, and as well also I learn to help the people, not only the student but also the society. That is the reason why I'm deeply connected with the student community, and the education sector is the one that allows us to keep in touch with the students. I started my career from this institute way back 1990, and already having an experience with more than 30 years. So the need of society, and more particularly the need of the student, has changed. Keeping that in mind, obviously their teaching and learning also has changed a lot during this last 30 years. Today, if you see the students, they want to have a fun, and along with having the fun, they also want to learn. That is the reason why I'm strongly connected with the student community and the education sector. More particularly in this institute, that is SSBT College of Engineering and Technology. I have been associated with this institute for more than 30 years, directly and indirectly. Here, my experiences is the freedom that I get, or the freedom that is given to each and every inmate of this institute. It really motivates everybody to contribute more and more. It may be faculty, it may be non-teaching staff, it may be the student, and that is how we all progress together for the societal development.
Sure, sir. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us on that. So my next question to you would be, Being the Director of Academics at SSBT's College of Engineering and Technology, what are your roles and responsibilities towards the students?
Well, I've been holding this key position from last more than 4 years, and my key responsibilities being the Director of Academic in this institute are planning and execution of the academic activities, like from the university, whatever the guidelines we get as far as the academics is concerned. Accordingly, it is my responsibility to plan the complete academic curriculum and the schedule. Along with that, the execution also, it is my responsibility to ensure. Apart from these, it is my responsibility to ensure the proper usage of ICT in the teaching learning process, and as well the facilities that are required for the students, maybe for the academic, maybe for the non-academic. So accordingly, it is I need to provide each and everything that are required for the students, by the students, from the college.
All right, sir. So, do you have any extracurricular activities and programs to enhance the skills of students or expose them to real-world challenges at your institute?
This is quite interesting. In fact, as far as the activities are concerned, it may be extracurricular, it may be co-curricular. What we always think of having a blending of these activities with the technology. Now, I will give you one of the very interesting example how we could able to blend the activities along with the technology. Generally, we conduct the cultural events for the student, which lasts for 3 days. Now, during that 3 days, so many variety of cultural activities that are performed by our students. For every program that we conduct, we have a rating mechanism, and that rating is given by the students. So generally what we do, we provide an online platform where the students as an audience, they can very well vote. They can vote all the programs, and at the end of the 3 days program, we announce the winner according to the voting by the students as an audience. Apart from that, we also look for participatory learning, because as already I said, the fun and learn, this is very, very important nowadays for the students, and that is how they love to learn. So as a part of that, we have encouraged the participatory learning, and in that participatory learning, like we have the technical events, we have the cultural programs, we have the celebration of all festivals and sports where the students participate, and thereby they learn the human values.
That's great to know, sir. So my next question would be, how does the curriculum of SSBT's College of Engineering and Technology ensure that the students are being prepared for the future?
Yes, because this is the very key aspect as far as the engineering college is concerned. And engineering college, we are very much keen on the not only on the technological development of the student, but also the inclusive development of the students. On that particular aspect, as a part of our curriculum, we have project, we have internship. This project and internship, it is not only at the third year, but also at the final year. In addition to that, we have an induction program and the bridge courses where we can very well see how the curriculum is advancing. Apart from that, as part of our curriculum, we have emphasized on certain courses, certain topics like environmental studies, Constitution of India, yoga, meditation, dance, music, Ayurveda, and Vastu Shastra as well. So these things really help us to build our students for the future.
Great, sir. So my next question is that how do you try to bring in practical approach towards subjects and make them industry oriented?
Yes, practical, obviously, again, this is one of the major focus that we always give in the engineering particularly. So for that aspect, for our students, what we conduct expert lectures by the industry persons and alumni. We conduct certain training programs for the student on recent technologies, recent softwares. More particularly, we are also conducting a workshop on entrepreneurship, because now this is the one which is very much needed. Apart from that, obviously, the project and internship that really helps to make our students industry oriented. Apart from this, like we in the curriculum, also we have field work, we also have industrial visit and site visit, and overall, if you see, we have MOUs with so many industries, roughly around more than 20. So we, as a part of MOUs, we conduct regular activities to make our student aware of what is the need of industry, what is the culture of industry, and so on.
All right, sir. So the next question that I have is, what are the interventions and approaches that you bring in apart from the curriculum to train and teach your students?
Yes. This is really a very interesting question. Obviously, this is a bit kind of innovative ideas that we have introduced. So, being an director of academic development, I have emphasis on certain innovative ideas to ensure the curriculum among the teacher and the student. Now, one thing that we have introduced is your peer teaching. So in the peer teaching, the senior students, they used to teach the juniors, and since they are quite friendly, obviously they clarify their doubts openly. Apart from this, we have a mechanism of additional learning support. In the additional learning support, we segregate the weaker students or the slow learners, and accordingly we give additional assistance in terms of additional lectures, additional practicals, additional course materials to assist such students. Then we also have a provision for the add-on courses. Now, as far as the add-on courses are concerned, there we try to conduct some additional courses based on the need of the industry and also based on the curriculum gap. And more particularly, since our institute is in one of the rural areas, the students, they are not that fluent as far as the English is concerned. So in our campus, we have made it a mandatory for not only the student, but also to all the faculty and staff to speak only in English. It may be a personal discussion, it may be a technical discussion, or it may be across the table chair, or even it may be in the practical or classroom sessions. So by that, the students are getting an opportunity to have a practice in English communication. So these things we have done at SSBT Institute.
All right, sir. So the next question that I have for you is that what would you like people to know about your institute that they may not already know?
Yes, certainly. I have a lot of things to tell on this particular aspect to all my viewers. There are so many things that we have with us for which we really feel proud of us. So the results are quite consistent for last 5 years. We have a learning management system with us where we have around 2,500 students are actively using it. We have a digital library where we have all the repositories of the project reports, seminar reports, research papers, and so on. We have a ERP system for the student informations. We have a document management system which makes it very, very handy, not only among the office bearers, but also for the circulation of all kind of documents among the students. We have a solar system which is generating almost half of the electricity that is required by the campus. We also have come up with an innovative technology that is wastewater treatment plant where the waste waters are treated and the pure water is supplied to bring up the campus full greenery. So around 30 years back, the campus was totally in a hard rock area. And now, if you get a chance, you can come down, you can see how the campus has become greenery. And the main reason behind this is this wastewater treatment plant, which is there in our campus. Then our students are also the prize winners in the national level events like hackathon by the Smart India, by the state government, central government, Smart India hackathon. Like our students have been the winner for last 2 consecutive years, and also our students are also winner at various tech fest that are conducted at the national level. And of course, being the institute at the rural area, the on-campus placement is around 40%. However, the off-campus placement is 100%.
All right, sir. What are some of the greatest strengths of SSBT College of Engineering and Technology according to you?
Hello, will you please repeat?
Yeah. So my question is, what are the greatest strengths of SSBT's College of Engineering according to you?
According to me, being the director of academic development, for last 5 years, we have introduced so many things. So the strength, if you look at, for which in fact everybody is proud of, that is the additional learning support mechanism that we have introduced in our campus for our students. Then the participatory learning, that is one of the strongest the strength of our institute. Mentoring is also very, very powerful, which gets a chance to interact the students with the concerned faculty, thereby resolving their technical issues as well as their personal issues, and more particularly the ICT. Obviously, like being an engineering college, we have developed ourselves and we have developed a lot of skills based on this ICT, by which the students, they are able to learn much better.
All right, sir. So, what are some of the biggest challenges that you see, both for higher education in general and for SSBT's College of Engineering and Technology specifically?
The challenge, yes, this is really a challenge. Like if you look at the balance between social responsibility and education, the problem that here we have, particularly in the rural areas, the social responsibility is a bit high. So along with carrying out the social responsibility, they want to continue with their education. So we need a proper balancing, not only in our curriculum, but also in the examination system, then so on, recruitment system, and also it needs a balance between the social responsibility and education.
So that brings me to my last question for the day. Any suggestions that you would like to give to the current youth and the aspiring students?
My suggestion for the aspiring students is, like, since today it is a competitive world, because of the competitive approach, mostly we forget the human values. So my emphasis, my suggestion will be to give the human values proper weightage, though we are in this competitive world. And I suggest every student have fun and learn. That is how the students can progress.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for your time. This was certainly an insightful session, and we're grateful that you gave us your time amidst your very busy schedule as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.